Hello. Can you hear me okay? Testing. Yeah. All right. Just making sure everything's working on my side. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Breadcrumbs project. And we did have our new Richard Joyce makes it to a live session. Welcome, Richard. And hello, Maximus. How are you on the other side of the British Channel? Hope you're having a lovely day. It is a beautiful day here in northwest Spain, and we have a lot of activity to talk about, but can't go without mentioning our Breadcrumbs project store. It is so cool. I mention this all the time because, well, first of all, I'm really proud of it. I'm geeked, and the designs that we have are great, and it's good to have some revenue. You work hard. Everybody says, "Oh, you're in it for the money." Believe me, not in it for the money, but yeah, that's part of capitalism. You do work for money. If you work for free, then you know what value is what you do. So all the super chats that I get and the members that are part of this are wonderful, and you subscribers are absolutely wonderful as well. Hello, Mary. Welcome, and good to see you. Good to have you here. And remember, we are the revolution. We are shirking off another entire bureaucracy. And if you look at it, these are royal families in so many ways. And so we are knocking off another monarchy. And we're making great progress doing it. Q lets us know that we are a big part of the plan, and we see that we are a big part of the plan. The left, the Marxists, and the Satanists hate us with the white hot passion of 10,000 suns. And they do what the only thing they can do is make up stories about us. And the stories that were reincarnation of Nazism and that we are pedophiles does two things. It lets us know we're clear over the target, and it shows you clearly, everybody that's participating in the queue, that this is what they do. They paint what they do upon you. They do a double speak. They see that these two things are rising, and they combine them and they put them on you. Projection. Classic projection. So look out. I mean, it's spooky. It's scary. I'm definitely sometimes I get very, very intimidated, and putting myself out there in public. But then again, I'm a soldier. It's there's nobody that hates war more than a soldier. There's nobody that is scared of war more than a soldier. A soldier's a person. A soldier's just a person that's trained and willing to give up his life to protect you. Yeah, we're very scary. We're a scary bunch, that's for sure. But we're the revolution. Make no doubt about it. We are 100% the revolution. And 2020 is going to be as famous as 1776 in many ways. It really, really is. And as I said, every day something big happens. Today is 9/11, so today we reserve the memory and the time and the prayers for so many that lost their lives for such a senseless reason. I have come to believe that the CIA planned, coordinated, and wanted 9/11 to happen, and then rolled out the rest of it. And the setup of Bush and the collapse of Bush on the weapons of mass destruction, all of that was just so orchestrated, so very orchestrated. So I don't have any reservations in saying that 9/11 was caused, financed, planned, and partially implemented by the CIA, and the CIA made sure that no other agency could put the pieces together as to what was happening. And one of the things that the Illuminati, and I just had a moment there thinking things through. One of the things that the Illuminati does is do the unthinkable so you won't think about it. One is the Titanic. The planned sinking of the Titanic to kill off John Jacob Astor and his wife, who were against the creation of the Fed. And the Astors were Illuminati. And the Illuminati fight with each other. And they make it clear that they will kill each other. If you mess up, they don't mind killing you, and they don't mind killing your children. The Illuminati is life and death. So they don't mind. They did the Titanic job. Then they did the Hindenburg job. They have no problem doing big, unimaginable things. And so they did, the Illuminati did 9/11. Why? Because the Rothschilds, there were 7 banks in the Middle East that the Rothschilds did not own. There were 7 countries, 7 areas that the Rothschilds could not enter. And until the Second Gulf War happened, then they could enter into these countries and take them over. Take the banks over, and when you take the banks over, you control the countries. Because you can find the right people to bribe. Money attracts corruption. Money attracts power. So once you're the head of a bank, everybody kisses that ass. Everybody kisses that ass if you're a bank. Yeah, they do. So that's how the Rothschilds do what they do. So we're the revolution. Be proud. Get your gear, and also be sure to make a big effort to get yourself a Q shirt. Get the letter Q out there. Get it visible, subtle, and powerful. The more Qs that start to pop up out there, walking around, the more power we get, the more reinforcement we get as members of the Q, and the more fear we strike in them. So be sure to get your Q gear. All right. Before we get into Q drops, let's get into some modern news. Let's get into some current news. Netflix is Illuminati. Netflix is evil. Netflix is directly part of the Satanistic cult. 100% Illuminati. 4 things to tell you right off the bat. First of all, of course, is the whole thing with this movie Cuties, which I hope federally somebody is investigating. I know the state of California won't investigate this because they're all for the pedophiles. Bought and paid for. But federally, I hope somebody's investigating this because it is, by every definition, child porn. And it is commercialized child pornography. So please, somebody be investigating it. So Cuties, that abomination right there, is absolutely disgusting. Second, the contract with the Obamas. The deal with the Obamas. I think it's $300 million. They have no experience in filming anything, in doing anything. Second, Susan Rice is a board member of Netflix. What experience does Susan Rice have in the movie industry? This group is loading this company is loading themselves up with the Obama power team. They are funding and part of the operations of the Obama shadow government. And here, you suddenly get Meghan and Harry get $100+ million contract, and Meghan's partially acted in a few gigs. This is just a scam. Netflix is an absolute scam, and it is just terrible. Hey, Kitty, talking about the scam that is Netflix, and 4 very, very crazy points that point to this just being so problematic. Again, the Obama contract, Susan Rice being on the board of Netflix. What can she contribute? She is just a conduit of money and information between the Obamas and the Illuminati, working through Netflix. The contract with Harry and Meghan, and it's coming out now that Meghan is one of these pedophiles, cannibalistic pedophiles. She will do anything for fame and money. And so there's a lot of undercurrent saying that she is bad, and that Harry is too. That any royal family member is a pedophile of the English nobility. Really, Kitty? This is a place to talk about that kind of stuff. So Netflix is bad. Bad, bad, bad. All right. The new Q drops were amazing. My previous show goes into all the Q drops that came out yesterday, and we'll check it. I checked it right before I came online, and before we leave, we will check it again. All right, we are working on Q drop 172, and Q drop 172 is a repeat of 171, just letting us know, giving us that theme of good will defeat evil. Good will defeat evil. They'll try, and they get away with a lot, but eventually they don't have enough to have the final outcome game. Nobody likes what they do. When evil shows itself, nobody likes it. When it covers itself in money and power, then it's tolerated. And when it's really deeply hidden, money, power, and the most egregious corruption of the soul and mind that anybody can imagine, well, you just don't know about it. But when it comes to light, nobody likes it. All right, so drop 173. Let's pull it up here to the top. Good always defeats evil. No rigging, blackmail this time. And we're talking about the elections coming up in 2018. So Q has put in place everything technologically and with new voting machines that there will be no rigging of the elections coming up in 2018 and this election, except for this effort to do nationwide mail-in ballot, mail-in voting. Effort to silence Q. Coordinated effort to silence. It will only get worse. All for a live action role playing, right? And they're saying the Obamas are. They're just role players. All right. Captain Green Stringer. Expand your thinking. Captain Mike Green. Bunker Yellow Sky Yes. Who countered? Do you believe in coincidences? Learn to read the map. What was posted to the stringer? What keywords were in the stringer? Why would keywords be left in the stringer? Future shows past. Learn to read the map. Everything means everything. Bunker, apple, yellow, sky. Green 1. 0600. 0600, yes. Keywords, confirm, green, sky. All right. Why were keywords added in the stringer? What was the purpose? What was previously stated? To whom specifically? And here they're teaching us how to read their stuff and how to see how they think. So this is, we're just in class right now in drop 177. To who specifically? Plus plus. Who countered? Learn to read the map. Missing critical items. Graphic is key. Ordering is critical. Q. All right, 178. Stringer equals code equals command. Archive immediately. Stringer equals code equals command. What stringer was provided 2 days prior to event? What were the keywords in the stringer? Confirm, green, sky. I understand Q is an intelligence agency. This is how they think. This is how they talk. Why were words provided? Guide to read map. Lord the Rothschild. I've gotten that much. Lord DR, Lord the Rothschild. What was previously stated? Plus plus. Who was the pilot of the plane? Bad actor. Who was the pilot of the helicopter? Green? Question mark. What was countered? Who was on the ground outside shortly before collision? Who was in the home shortly before the collision? Learn to read the map. We may have overstated your ability. Q. So this is talking about an airplane accident with a helicopter on the grounds of the Rothschild compound in Great Britain. Some say it was an accident, and some say that it was on purpose. And what Q is saying is that it was on purpose. All right, so here is a QAnon breaking it down for us. What was provided 2 days prior to the event? All of these things right here. Confirm time. Yes. 0600. Green. 1. 0600. Base yellow. Base green yellow. Condition yellow. Air. What were the keywords in the stringer? Confirm, green, yellow, sky. Confirm, time, green, time, yellow, sky. Air. Legend, guide to reading map. Legend, past provides the future. Questions, provides the answers. Ah, Lord R, target, double tap. Double tap, target. Oh, okay. Okay. Who is the pilot of the plane? Green. What was countered? Unknown to us. And that's unknown to us at this time. Who was on the ground outside shortly before the collision? Unnamed Rothschild. Who was in the home shortly before the collision? Unknown to us now was dog grooming event. Learn to read the map. Trying really hard. It's like herding kittens in here sometimes. Hey, window. Yeah, I didn't know what a LARP was. Well, and I'm just responding to a couple of commenters here. Michael Davey, the Titanic was the American and British governments both killing off their citizens. And the Hindenburg was both the German and American governments killing off its citizens. So it's actually happened a lot. Trying really hard. It's like hurting kids in here sometimes. We may have overstated your ability. You came to us for certain strengths, but there are weaknesses as well. Some being exploited, not enough focus. Answer the questions, build a big picture, break it back down, make the memes for the normies, to calm and educate. So, we'll be ready for the storm. Make memes for the normies. Alright. Shadow War. Act 2, Scene 5. Scene 4. Scene 4. So, I often say that they're using game theory, and this is literally role played out. We're doing it, and they're doing it. Here's the problem. We've taken their eyes and ears away from them by taking the CIA away from them being the satanic cult, the Rothschilds. They still have a lot of abilities. They have a lot of abilities to role play as well. But always, always, always understand, conservatives think that the left and the Marxists are just confused and always want to talk and converse and have a conversation about policy and just see which the better policy is. The left, the Marxists, and the cult of Baal hate us, want us to die. And the cult of Baal wants to eat us. Not all of us, just the children and the powerful ones. The rest of us are, yeah. So we just have to be, we have to produce the goods and maintain the society going that they can make money off of and continue to become immeasurably wealthy. Is there music? Ah, I got you, Michael Davey. All right, being facetious. Is there music playing in the background? Let me know. All right, so Act 3, Scene 5. This has all been Project Man. Oh, and they hate us. We just think they're misinformed. And yeah, sorry about that. So they're misinformed, and we understand them, and we can predict their moves. They don't understand us, and it's hard to predict our moves because we do our moves off of patriotism, goodness, wholesome, and sacrifice for family and God and country. They don't understand that. They just know how to corrupt, bribe, and destroy. So that's just why they never win. So we're able to do a better job, given the resources, to game this out. Even though they were complete underdogs, we don't have any media helping us. Fox is gone. Fox News is history. The news now for us is us here in different channels on YouTube. And we use their platform to do our bidding and take control. And they hate it. God, they hate it. That's why they're readjusting all their policies. They're deplatforming us. They're removing us, censoring us, but we still keep coming back because they still need content, and they still need viewers, and they still need data. So they'll never understand us. So Act 2, Scene 5 of the Shadow War. Movie idea, thoughts, characters. Good guy, pilot of helicopter. Bad guy, pilot of plane. Targets on the ground and in home. Story. Oh, receipt of go code. Good guy flies during a blackout window provided by unknown agency with unknowns, ordinary people, by the look of it, to a select location, referencing a highly classified mission. Who was given the go order by X to execute? Delivery, -3 for care. Bad guy intercepts message due to rogue operator. Embedded in tactical observation unit takes out good guy by top-down invisible attack. Mission failure. Encore. Who has since occurred by targets. Okay, so the good guy is the guy in the helicopter, and the bad guy is the guy in the plane. And I'll do some research on this accident now that I have more information. Oh boy. All right. All right. Let's do some research. Let's go down the rabbit hole. GB. All right. All right. So let's go to this. Helicopter pilot killed in midair crash is Captain Mike Rain. And according to Q, the helicopter pilot was the good guy. Pick up another article because that wanted me to register. Daily Mail. The helicopter plot was a 30-year pilot, Captain Mike Green. And so these communications here were coded communications that were intercepted. Green 1, 0600, Apple, yellow sky, +1. All right. He was taking a passenger on a sightseeing flight at the time of the crash. Do we know who the passenger was? The other light aircraft training flight was Savamundi and the instructor Jasap Baral, 45. That's the student. He looks like a piece of work. There's a helicopter and the plane. And so it looks like there's an attack from up top. All right, so we don't have any pictures of the pilot, the captain, the pilot of the plane, the captain of the plane. Wreckage landed near the Rothschild family's Wadden's Manor, 16 miles north of the airfield, just after midday. So it was on the Rothschilds' compound. Yeah, we don't have anything on the pilot of the plane, nor the passenger that was in the helicopter so far. Watson Manor said in a statement, Lord Rothschild and his family extend their condolences to the families of all affected and thanks to emergency services for their swift response and professionalism. Boy, isn't that a well-manufactured statement. Staff from the estate, which is managed by a foundation set up by the eminent Rothschild family, a foundation. So all their money is so divested. They really don't directly own anything, these Rothschilds. Help direct emergency vehicles to the scene of the tragedy because it was on their property. Not near, it was on their property. Gardener Len Bellis heard a horrendous noise. I don't see any picture or anything about how weird. And this is the Watson Manor. Watson Manor, shown here in 1890, was built in 1874 and in 1889 in the Neo-Renaissance style of the French chateau for Baron Ferdinand de Rothschild. That's it back then, and this is it now. Goodness knows what goes on behind those closed doors. Wow, so it did happen on the estate. And we have no idea who the passenger was. Super shady. Super shady and super interesting. All right, Q, you've definitely not disappointed. Again, to the top of the story, this whole Netflix thing is absolutely disgusting. It is a front for the Illuminati. It is a front for, and it is owned and controlled by pedophiles. There isn't a non-pedophile one that would greenlight this movie, this cuties movie. Most people that have looked at it cannot do more than 5 to 10 seconds. I think one person has given it 15 seconds and stopped it. Every normal, healthy, decent adult retches at this movie. And yet all of Netflix was like, oh yeah, this is good. Let's do this. And there's only one reason why. They have no problem with pedophilia. The Obamas got a major contract from Netflix for no good reason. Same for Prince Harry, or former Prince Harry. And we now finding out the evil Meghan. Susan Rice. What is Susan Rice doing being a board member of Netflix? What does she bring except for inside Washington, D.C. experience? What does a company out of California need with a D.C. insider like her? Especially a super shady one. For super shady reasons. Yeah, the whole WHO, the World Health Organization, is manned by complete incompetent stooges. You really want to have, you know, the ideal of WHO is to have the greatest minds over health issues. And what we have in the World Health Organization is one of the greatest African bureaucracies and sub-Saharan bureaucracies ever seen by humanity. It is run, managed, and kept afloat by some of the most bureaucratic and incompetent people. Yeah, he's the definition of corruption, and you know what you see in the United Nations. It's just horrible. It is horrible. I'm so glad we cut funding, and now if we could just cut funding to the CDC, I think we'd be doing great, because they've done so much damage to this country that it is beyond shocking, and the world, just to try to get Donald Trump, just try to take him down. So Netflix is dirty. If you've got it, dump it. If you know some friends that have it, dump it. You can watch most of the stuff either on YouTube, or you can also watch on just anything YouTube. I would say go to Amazon, but Amazon is dirtier than Netflix and deeper in with the Illuminati. So pick your poison, but Netflix has just gone too far. Netflix has gone too far. And tomorrow we'll be continuing with the color Q map. I'm going to redo my hours, because the 4 a.m. Show is pretty brutal for some people, and it's not getting the activity that it used to, because I'm in a whole different genre. So there's more folks in the United States interested. So I'm probably going to start my shows at 5 a.m. with the color map, and then do two afternoon shows. Yeah, man, Michelle is just, and lately her masculinity has just blossomed. Her and Bill Gates' wife, Melinda, both Mikes, I would guess, but Michelle and Melinda are not aging well. They are more manly every single day. Yeah, take a look at Melinda Gates. And again, remember, Bill Gates is being accused by millions of people now of being a pedophile, and he hasn't defended himself against that. He has quit the board of Microsoft, and he's quit the board of Berkshire Hathaway for no explicable reason. That has got to be just one of your biggest tells in the whole world, that he has quit those two boards, and said that he's still going to advise both company presidents, that he is still going to be friends with and advise his dear friend Warren Buffett, and he is still going to advise the president of Microsoft. Well, that's not cool doing it in an unofficial capacity. You should be doing that in an official capacity as a board member. Well, I can't do it as a board member because any day now, the Department of Justice is going to drop an accusation on me of pedophilia and probably murder as well. So I can't do that. Yeah, he does. And what was he doing with Jeffrey Epstein? It's now clear that Jeffrey Epstein took the place of Hugh Hefner. Hugh Hefner took the place of Robert Maxwell. So Robert Maxwell was running an operation where he was blackmailing some of the most wealthy and elite people for the Illuminati, and then he was offed. Something happened to him, and his young daughter went off to get her educations, and then the CIA saw an opportunity with the 60s sexual revolution going down, and Cher and all that groovy stuff, and they created Hugh Hefner, a photographer who had actually a chance to photograph a young Marilyn Monroe, and the CIA saw that opportunity and ran with it and set him up with a plane just like Hugh Hefner, the big bunny. And then we also saw the compound and the grotto, the Playboy mansion, all of that set up and paid for. All that set up and paid for by the CIA. And then, of course, everybody who was anybody wanted to be at a Hefner party, got to see the bunnies, got to see all of that, drugs, sex, rock and roll, nobody talks. So it was great. And then Hef filmed it all. The CIA filmed it all, or Hef filmed it all and turned the tapes over to the CIA, especially the people that were having sex and extramaritally, and people that were having sex with minors, the pedophiles. Yep, and Jeffrey Epstein also took over Jimmy Savile's role as procurer of children to the royalty. And I've been talking to several people in Great Britain, and the royals are acting very, very, very strangely. They have abandoned Buckingham Palace, and they say for COVID, but it's not. I mean, the regular guard is not there. The guards that are guarding now are regular military guards, and paid for guards, civilian guards, but the Royal Army is no longer standing guard at the Royal Palace. One of the shields is gone. If we say that's for an accident, all right, I would guess so, but it's boarded up and functionally deserted. Yes, I agree. London has become a rat hole with Shadi Khan. Careful what you wish for, Illuminati. There you go. You have it. Your own streets are a complete dump because you can't support goodness and decency. So yes, Michelle Obama is more manly every day, and so is Bill Clinton's. Bill Gates' wife, Melinda. All right, and I was talking about the color web. We've gone through the Knights of Malta, and please do your research on the Knights of Malta and see who they are. See how powerful. It's not just a cute organization like your local Knights of Columbus. They truly are a military. They're their own country, and they reside inside the Vatican. They are a country within a country. They are a sovereign country. It is said to be the smallest sovereign nation. And the Knights of Malta come from old blood and old money. And they keep that money and blood and power within their generations. The only way that's obviously done that is pedophilia. So the Knights of Malta are part of the Illuminati, and the Illuminati are part of the Knights of Malta. And that's how they get away with so much of what they do. We've looked at this one company, closely, then I'm sure if you just have to dig very much, you'll find that the Knights of Malta own this company, and this company owns hundreds and hundreds of other companies around the world. And these companies also have companies, so that they don't directly report to this group. So there's layer, sublayer, and they have representation of every country in the world, including Russia and China. So these guys are everywhere, and they're all communication and media companies. Every country. I mean, it's like they have embassies. These are embassies. Ah, new Q drop. I'm glad we stalled things. Ah, look at that. Q alert. New Q has dropped. Sweet. All right. Q Ag is my new place to go for new Q drops. Whoa. Tyranny, like hell, is not easily conquered, yet we have this consolation with us, that the harder the conflict, the more glorious the triumph. Thomas Paine, The American Crisis, Q. On 9/11. Very inspirational. Thank you, Q. Thank you very much. From an American perspective, it's very exciting. From America, it doesn't have punch, but from an American point of view, this is just pep talks. We Americans are into our pep talks. So Q and the president know that, like them, we're exhausted in the battle, and so they have to keep us enthusiastic, understanding that the Satanic Order, the Rothschilds, and all that we are fighting are also exhausted in their battle as well. Yeah, we love our flag. We love the flag waving, Maximus. That's one thing. I always people that come from Spain, come from Ireland, come from Australia, and I'm just mentioning countries that always mention it. That friends I have, they're just like, you guys in the flag. What is with you in the flag? I mean, we love that flag, man. We love that flag. It represents so much to each and every one of us individually. It's not an representation of a country. It's a representation of individuality, of individual strength, of individual capacity. And one of my favorite things is that I have a lot of clients and I have a lot of students in China that I teach English to, and that's in many Asian countries, especially China and Vietnam. It's both countries have a national law that the children will learn English, the English language. So in every Chinese school and every Vietnamese school, there are English classes that they are given, and sometimes they're given twice a day, and they also hire tutors at home. And so I'm doing that and enjoying the heck out of it. But all of my Chinese students are always wearing American flags. They're all either have an American flag shirt on of some kind, especially one kid has a polo shirt that has that big American flag always. A lot of Captain America shield flags, a lot of Marvel. Boys, just about every boy has something American that they're flashing. And this is, for everybody that thinks that China is going to go to war with America, you have a completely unwilling population to go to war with America, because the younger set all look at America as cool. And I have most of the boys are of that age, okay, all us boys of every age love our Marvel superheroes. You know, if we're going to be all in, we're all in. All of us love our Marvel superheroes. So I have one set of twins that they just always are in the camera, you know, with their superheroes. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Black Widow, Black Widow, Black Widow, and you know, and they're just always showing me their new Iron Man, and they're just tons. I mean, anything that comes out Marvel, these twins have. Am I jealous? Absolutely, thoroughly, 100% jealous of these kids. They have had every toy I've ever wanted and could want, and it's just not right. But I'm humble. I'm humble through it all. So you have a population that has no gusto. First of all, for foreign wars. One of the things that you've noticed about China strategically is they'll grow, they'll encroach, but they are loath to invade. They are not a country to invade. That is not something the population can support. The Chinese population very much love the motherland. They have no aspirations for anybody else's country. Does the communist government have aspirations for more territory? Always. That's how they want to do it. Just infiltrate and take things over slowly. But they're not ones to launch an attack and invade a country. Is America down for that? You betcha. Every president except for Donald Trump has had some kind of incursion or another. We love our invasion. We are good at it. We did D-Day, and we're like, oh man, who else can do this? Nobody else. Let's do it again. All right, let's do it again. Yeah, they've infiltrated all these and control all of these organizations. And you know, and mind you, China knows the Illuminati. Don't think that China doesn't know the Illuminati, and they clash because China's involved in these secret wars and they want to take control over. Everybody thinks that, you know, oh, America, you know, they're the imperialists. They're not imperialism. No, it's the Illuminati. It's the Rothschilds. It's the Soros, and it was also the Saudis. They got into that game. That's not a game that China's going to play. China will not play the Illuminati game. They will not do it. Do you have Chinese that play the Illuminati game? You betcha. But the government will never go for it. And so often, they've fought the Illuminati. There's a lot of us that think that one of the reasons that President Trump and President Xi have such a close relationship is because they're secretly fighting together the Illuminati war. One of the things that's overlooked, I didn't know about, is presidents, dignitaries usually have that private walk. The private walk where it's just them and their interpreters, and this is a time where they can be brutally honest with each other, or, you know, say things that they just don't want anybody else to hear. And you know, on that trip, the Korean president, who's looked at as the Obama of South Korea, President Moon, got 10 to 15 minutes of private walk. Whereas when President Trump went over to China, he got a state banquet in the Forbidden City. No president has ever gotten that. And another optic, China really knew who Barack Obama was. They never showed him any respect. When he landed in China for, I forget what event they had there. They had a global economic meeting in China. And when Air Force One landed, they wouldn't even send out that ladder truck where the president comes out. The president had to come out of the belly gear. It was no red carpet, no military salute, no recognition whatsoever. Trump got a banquet at the Forbidden City. And that is, and I'll have to do some research and find out how many actual world dignitaries have had a banquet in the Forbidden City. Why is it called the Forbidden City? Because even to this day, it is forbidden. It is still a very enclosed and kept compound of the Chinese aristocracy. So in Saudi Arabia, he got the sword dance. In China, he got the banquet and he did a 5-hour walk with Xi Jinping. Now I know we are in a peeing contest with China. We are in a trade war. I gotcha. But 5 hours is not enough time to justify talking trade talks and getting serious. That's about a half-hour conversation of trade talks. 5 hours. What do those two men talk about for 5 hours? Yeah. And that's in a press report. That's in a press report. 5 hours. And a meeting in the Forbidden City. That's powerful. Not only a banquet, but I'm going to say also a meeting. I just had a door closed because of the wind. Ow. That scared me. So, yeah, a lot of 4D chess is being played. 3D chess, no. 4D chess. Interglobal. Yeah, two most powerful men at this point. Economically speaking, and almost militarily speaking, yeah. And again, Trump has not had one incursion, one war. He is the only president in modern day not to have some kind of military exercise happen, some kind of invasion, some kind of threat that they're having to counter. And those were always created by the Illuminati so they could make money and get power off of the military industrial complex. Because you have DC that the Illuminati control, and you have the military industrial complex that the Illuminati control. It's just that pesky military. It's that pesky military that the Illuminati can't control. Those damn patriots. Those damn saluting, uniform wearing. Maybe we can pick off some generals. We can pick off, a 3-star and a 4-star here and there. We're not going to be able to corrupt a 2-star. They're just too conscious of their careers. You're not going to get a 1-star. Once a 1-star general gets that star, that's coveted. That is coveted, and that is fought for, and that is precious. 2-star, all right, you are on your way in a general career. A 3-star and a 4-star, it gets a little hat. You really want to have that money. You want to have that recognition. So a 4-star can be corrupted. A sergeant major, a sergeant, and then on down. Your officers, most of your officer corps can't be corrupted. Your lower officers, your colonels, your captains, on down, and certainly your non-commissioned officers, your sergeants, and then your lowly privates. You can't corrupt us. We're patriots. The only way you can corrupt us is with women in influence, and if a lower level officer or a lower level sergeant starts have women and money that's not supposed to, well, you can't hide it. you can't hide it. So that's why they've always want to take away our guns and take away the military power, and definitely not have the military have any kind of intelligence agency. So the CIA and the NSA have been at war for a long time, and the NSA won out. All right, this has gone a bit long. Thank you all for joining. Maximus, thank you for all the thought and commentary, and just everybody. Thank you so much. We will keep things moving, and I will see you tomorrow morning. I think we're going to start it at 11 o'clock Madrid time. Not tomorrow, I'm sorry, Sunday. Tomorrow I'm off, no videos tomorrow, none. If you haven't liked the video yet, please do it. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do it. If you have not joined the Fellowship of the Crumb, please do so. We'd love to have you. It's $1.99 a month or $9.99 a month, depending on what you want to pay. And also, don't forget to get your Q merch. It is the Breadcrumbs project.tmail.com, and the link is below. You don't have to remember that, but it's Tmail. And get your Q merch. Definitely get it. Get your Breadcrumbs Project tee, which is one of our favorites, and get your revolutionary shirts. Get your Fellowship of the Crumb shirt for you official Fellows of the Crumb. Very fly. We have our wizards, we have our warlocks, we have our structure, and we're having a good time doing it. All right. So have a great evening, have a great weekend, happy Friday, TGIF, and we will see you on Sunday. A good on Sunday, not a bloody Sunday. Get your merch. And especially your very cool hoodie. Very fly hoodie. We don't have the hoodie up yet. All right, get your t-shirt. Get your very fly t-shirt. We'll have to do the hoodie picture next time. All right, guys, thank you all so much for hanging out with us, for staying with us. Please say good word, say good thoughts, and do good deeds. Join the Breadcrumbs Project. Get your merchandise. Become a member of the Q movement with your official hoodie Q, and let's move things out there. Let's get this happening. And please pray. Make contact with the Creator directly, and have a fabulous, wonderful weekend. Rest, recharge, get those batteries ready. We've got a lot of work to do over the next couple of months.